From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, March the 28th, 2025. 2 rockets were fired from Lebanon at northern Israel this morning, the IDF said, posing a direct threat to Israeli civilians. Red alert sirens went off just before 8 a.m. local time in the areas of Margaliot, Mizgav-Am, Kiryat Shmona, and Tel Chai. One launch was intercepted, the IDF said. Another launch fell in Lebanese territory. The IDF said this attack constitutes a blatant violation of the understandings between Israel and Lebanon. And in response, the IDF hit the headquarters, military infrastructure, rocket launchers, and terrorists of the Hezbollah terrorist organization in southern Lebanon. Earlier today, hitting a Hezbollah drone storage facility. The IDF issued advance warnings to civilians in the area ahead of the strikes. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stressed in his response to the attacks on northern Israel, "We will not allow firing at our communities, not even a trickle. We will continue to strongly enforce the ceasefire. We will attack anywhere in Lebanon against any threat to the state of Israel. We will ensure all of our residents of the north will return safely to their homes." The U.S. Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control today said it is designating 5 individuals and 3 associated companies involved in a Lebanon-based sanctions evasion network supporting the Hezbollah finance team, which it wrote uses front companies to generate millions of dollars in revenue for Hezbollah and support the group's terrorist activities. Acting Under Secretary of the Treasury for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence, Bradley Smith, said today's action underscores Treasury's determination to expose and disrupt the schemes that fund Hezbollah's terrorist violence against the Lebanese people and their neighbors. U.S. Congressman Brad Sherman this week reintroduced his bill, the Accountability for Terrorist Perpetrators of October 7th Act, to finally, he wrote, sanction the Popular Resistance Committees, a heinous group that has never been sanctioned by the U.S. despite waging terror against innocent Americans, Israelis, and Palestinians for years. Sherman noted that Senator Pete Ricketts and Senator Adam Schiff were introducing a bipartisan Senate companion bill. The Anti-Defamation League thanked Sherman, saying the Popular Resistance Committees is a Gaza-based terror organization that participated in the October 7th massacre. It's time the U.S. designates PRC as a terrorist group and hold them accountable. And the ADL was among several Jewish organizations calling on the United Nations Human Rights Council to not renew the term of Special Rapporteur on the Palestinian territories, Francesca Albanese, a term which is set to expire on April the 1st. CEO Jonathan Greenblatt wrote, Ms. Albanese's conduct has consistently violated the Code of Conduct of the Council, citing numerous instances of inflammatory and anti-Semitic statements, writing she has fostered for anti-Semitic narratives and Holocaust distortion and has amplified unverified claims from terrorist organizations like Hamas. Failure to address this issue, he wrote, would signal an unacceptable tolerance for anti-Semitism within the UNHRC. Executive Vice President of the World Jewish Congress, Maram Stern, wrote to the Council, Ms. Albanese has repeatedly made public remarks that propagate harmful anti-Semitic tropes, question the legitimacy of the State of Israel, and employ rhetoric that undermines the credibility of the Human Rights Council itself, writing her persistent lack of objectivity and failure to uphold a balanced and impartial approach required of her as Special Rapporteur compromises her credibility as an independent expert, calling on the Council to immediately appoint a new Special Rapporteur who embodies fairness, objectivity, and a genuine commitment to peace, justice, and the equal dignity of all peoples. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, March the 28th. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by Shabbat services from the Hampton Synagogue. Then at 8:30, Justin Pine speaks with Eli Beer, founder of the life-saving United Hatzalah. At 9:30, Abigail Pogrebin sits with David Denby to talk about his book, Eminent Jews. At 10, Eric Goldman sits down with filmmaker Wendy Sachs to talk about her documentary, October 8, about the explosion of anti-Semitism in the U.S. after the October 7th Hamas massacre. At 10:30, a replay of the Hampton Synagogue, followed by a replay from Central, and coming up next, a look at this week's Torah Portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, March the 28th, 2025. I'm Teisha Bader. Shabbat Shalom. Am Yisrael Chai.